You're a pro. You've done this before. All right.
Got
Here's
it.
my intro. Okay, everybody.
Yep.
You ready? Here we go. Redcon, meathead. Okay.
Boom.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Ronline Report. Today's guest, you know him well. They call him the Boogieman. He's my favorite Irish bodybuilder by way of Nigeria. Now living in Florida. Please welcome Blessing Awodibu. What's up, Bless?
My man, Ron. What's up, man?
I got my Meathead Nation shirt. Yeah, I'm psyched.
Oh yeah, and I got my Redcon one tees on.
This is also Redcon. It's Rudy Leandri. Rudy created this line apparently, the Meatheads. But
For
yeah,
real?
you have a triple XL.
It's been a while since I've seen you. It was the last time I saw you was the Redcon one.
The grand opening.
The grand opening.
Yeah.
Nashville.
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Dude, it was nonstop.
That gym,
Yeah.
that gym, it's insane.
Are you moving to Nashville?
You know what?
Yeah.
Due to the size of that gym, I don't mind going down there just for a couple months and training and stuff. And Nashville is actually a beautiful city.
Yeah.
It's a lot more popping than Florida.
Oh, I mean, Nashville is a party. People go from all over the U.S.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, what is going on up in here? This is a lot more vibe than Florida, you know?
It's probably
it's a pretty
better.
cool place. I wouldn't mind living there.
I don't like country music. I don't know if you do, but it's probably better if you like country music, I'm thinking.
Yeah, there was a lot of that when we were there because we went down to the downtown, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of country music playing around. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good vibe though, like
I mean,
party bosses everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's a party town for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, Blessing. You know we got to get into it. I want to actually start this way back in early March of 2020 because you prepped for the Arnold Classic Australia.
Yes, sir.
That was supposed to be your pro debut. Of course, unfortunately, it got canceled last minute, but nobody got to see what you really looked like back then. So
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, how did you look for that show compared to how I saw you at Indie Pro a couple months ago when you finally did make your pro debut? How were those two physiques similar? How were they different?
Definitely, you know, because after when that happened, when that show got canceled, and I had to put a stop to everything due to COVID. So that's when I linked up with Chad, and we had an amazing, super productive off-season together. Like, I went from I think when I started with Chad, I was about 280.
Oh wow.
280, I was fat,
Yeah.
and we got up to like 296. Like, I was pretty lean. I was 290. That was like the highest, my highest weight.
Yeah.
And most of that was done in Dubai because I got stuck in Dubai for 4 months.
Unbelievable.
Due to COVID, because I went back home after the lockdown. I couldn't back to see my family in Ireland, and then coming back, I wasn't able to get back into US.
Right.
So I was traveling to Dubai. So I got stuck there. And I couldn't go back because the COVID situation in Ireland is just madness.
Right.
So I couldn't go back home. So I ended up staying in Dubai, and we started the offices in there. And geez, I mean, it's a shame because like people like sort of comparing my pictures from my pro debut. I mean, especially the New York Pro to what I looked like in 2017, talking about, oh, Blessing never made any progress.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so hard to defend it because, the way my look turned out in New York. But man, the progress, I wish, I was able to showcase the progress that we made, throughout that offseason with Chad. It would have been crazy, but, shit happens. But yeah, definitely, like, we made a lot of great progress. It just sucked that we wasn't able to showcase it on my debut.
So back again to the Australia show that didn't happen. What would you have looked like? Because you were ready to go. That got canceled literally like 3 or 4 days away. What did you look like there? Were you about the same size as you were at Indy? Were you bigger, smaller?
No, I was a lot smaller. I was a lot smaller, and it wouldn't be great look. It would not be great look. At least I know for Indie Pro, I was just flat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just flat. The condition was there. But before that, the condition wasn't even there. I wasn't as sharp. My glutes weren't there. The look I had in Indy was actually really, I mean, it wasn't back then when I, after stepping on stage, like it wasn't good. But after seeing New York, I'm like, you know what? Indy actually wasn't that bad. I was just flat.
Right. No, the condition was there. I mean, you don't get top 3 in your pro debut if you're not in shape. You just don't.
Mm-mm.
Unless it's like the worst lineup in the world, and that was not the worst. It was a pretty decent lineup. So you're 296 pounds when you started that prep, correct? For Indy. So now the question is, what happened? Why didn't we get to see? Because I was following you. Everyone, you have 10 zillion followers. So we all
everyone
saw.
was tuning in.
We saw what you
Because
looked
the hype
like.
was insane.
I was so excited to see what you look like. I was looking at the Redcon 1 videos. I'm looking at your Instagram, the YouTube. I'm like, this guy's put on some good size. He's big, round, full. He's got a tiny waist. I can't
100%.
wait. And then I didn't see that in Indy. So what happened? What was it? The last month? Was it last couple of weeks? What went wrong?
Everyone was super excited. The thing. Before going into what happened, the thing with me is like, whenever I get ready for a show, my goal is to get people excited, and I know ways to do that. So like every time you're gonna be seeing me getting ready for stage, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be exciting, regardless of what's gonna happen at the end of the day. But what happened? I feel like I've always worded like I'm like, yo, because I started at 296, right?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't that fat, I was just, I had a lot of water retention and stuff. But like I'm not the type of guy that blew up. I don't blow up. I don't gain fat. Of course, water retention will be there. You see that all over my face, all over my body.
Yeah.
So we going from 296 to 242. It's like, yeah, that was too much. We pushed my body.
54 pounds. Damn.
Yeah, bro. Let's see. It's crazy, right?
Took me a while. Wait a minute, is that right?
We really pushed my body to the point where, like I just got so flat. Like 8 weeks out, like I was ready to go. Even I sent my pictures to a couple of people, a couple of coaches, and 8 weeks out, like all that I had, it was just a little film of water, and but after that, we just kept pushing and kept pushing. And of course, I was excited. I didn't care. I'm like, I was trusting the process because my goal was to be in the best condition ever.
Right.
But during that process, we sacrificed a lot of muscle mass. By the time I didn't see it, because I'm like, yo, condition. And with the plan, Chad was happy with everything. I thought we were right on that. And I'm just so excited to fill back out because I'm like, yo, when I fill back out with this condition, everything's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But we pushed my body to the point where my metabolism, naturally, I've got really high metabolism. My metabolism got so fast, like it was through the roof. We started cabbing up a week before Indy Pro, And so I actually remember the first few days that we started putting carbs in. I was dropping. I was even going down.
Yeah.
So by the time my weight started to come back up, it was like a few days before the show, and we're just pushing that food in. But I wasn't really seeing any difference.
Yeah.
Because it looks like my body was just like smashing through them calories.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. At that point, my body was just on fire. It doesn't matter how much I may eat. Like I wasn't like, I'm like, what is the condition? Condition was there, but like it was nothing. I wasn't getting that pop. Even in the gym, I wasn't getting that really cool, that cool pump. That how you feel when you have some carbs in you. I wasn't getting all of that. And yeah, man. So like we end up turning into like we had a little bit of dirty meals here and there. But what that's doing is just destroying my midsection. Because like that's the type of food I never eat shit even in the off season. I don't eat shit. And throughout the prep, there was no cheat meal. Right. So like when we start to introduce all these things, my body probably just doesn't know what the heck to do with it. So they weren't giving us the result that we wanted. What they were doing is just destroying my midsection, my lines.
I mean, you didn't have like a belt. You didn't have a bubble gut at the show or anything.
I didn't. I didn't, but you can kind of tell. It can kind of seal,
I'm sure you can
my
tell.
midsection wasn't great.
Yeah. So you were very close to being ready at like 6 to 8 weeks out. That's when I was getting really excited for your debut because I was like, wow, he's looking tight. And I think you were about 265, 270 at that point. Am I right?
How many weeks out you said?
Like 8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks out, I was about in the 270s,
Okay. No.
265 plus.
Okay.
8 weeks out.
So
That was the look. That look at 6 weeks out was like, it was good.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, Chad is an excellent coach. There is no doubt.
Oh yeah.
We can't. No, I'm not going to say one bad thing about Chad, but I'm
No.
wondering.
It's like what happens. Like, it's all about understanding how my body works. You know how my body works. Like, it's like it doesn't matter how good I look in my pro debut. At some point in my career, I will make that mistake. So I was very glad. I'm happy that we made it early. I'm like, yo, my body can't now withstand that much, that much work, that much pressure under a caloric deficit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I know.
How many weeks was that prep?
I think we did maybe 18 weeks.
Okay, so maybe you need like a 12-week prep.
Yeah, maybe a lot shorter, less cardio. And to be honest, cardio wasn't even crazy. We just kind of push the body, to the point where, that metabolism just cranks up. And it was even after New York, my body was still like, my metabolism was still going.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very common.
In New York, and what happened, why I looked worse in New York was because we weren't able to get that fullness, that pop. Yeah. So we increased the carbs and we start throwing in this, burger, cake, all that shit. Yeah. And what that's doing, that was not doing my body any good, I
mean, I could see exactly when you came on stage in New York, I knew exactly what you had been doing because I've seen it so many times before when somebody over diets for one show. Yeah. And they really want to make up that deficit and fill out for the second show. And you were a lot fuller in New York. What was the weight difference? I'm just curious.
I think New York was 255. Okay. I was almost 260.
So yeah, so about 10 to 15 pounds, somewhere in that range.
In that range, 10 to 15.
So you definitely were fuller. Things were popping, but yeah, the
condition was gone.
Condition was gone. It wasn't.
It was totally destroyed. Yeah, it looks like I was guest posting.
Well, no, let's not be ridiculous. But I mean, New York.
Now that's the way I see it. Look, after the pre-judging, I was like, nah, I might as well place last because already like we were shooting for the star. And there's no point. There's no spot for me there. Yeah. So I'm like, anything else is it's whatever it is, Yeah. So I didn't care anymore. I just want to go out there and just show the fans that. I love this sport and I'm just out there to have some fun.
Oh, I mean, you kept, to your credit, and with all the hate you got and everything, you've kept a great attitude. I've never heard you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was prepared. I was, because I put myself in the shoes of, like a boxer, MMA fighter. Let's say Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor builds all this crazy hype and he talks all that shit. But shit happens. That's life. Yeah. It's all about taking a risk, but the risk is, when you win at the end of the day, the risk is well worth it. Yeah. But then Conor McGregor goes in and he get knocked out the fourth round. What do? You have to stay positive.
Another Irish guy, but I'm just, the last thing I want to ask about Chad is I just wonder why he didn't notice that you were losing muscle, because when I saw you get on stage in India, I'm like, he's smaller. He lost a lot of muscle. It's not bro. That's not enough carbs in the world that could have brought that back in 2 or 3 days. You lost some muscle mass. So
metabolism as well was on fire.
Exactly. You're naturally, I think you said this, you were naturally a thin kid who was always very lean.
Oh yeah, skinny. Like I remember when I started, bro, I was like, yo, I even remember at one point where, my brother brought me to a hospital, like this kid is skinny. It's on the way, and we've tried everything. It's not able. He can't gain weight. Yeah. I remember I got a prescription that would allow me to eat more. But nothing works until I actually started lifting weight. And I started actually making, just a lean muscle tissue just from working out and eating right.
But under all that bulk, under that massive bulk, you still have that metabolism. It's still. You still crank out.
And having that metabolism is really good once we figured out how to use it to our advantage. you know?
So, I mean, to give Chad credit, it's almost impossible to get it right with someone on the first prep.
100%.
It takes usually 2-3 shows to really get a feel for how somebody responds to the cardio, the carb, all that stuff. So
and me not working with Chad anymore, that's got nothing to do with what happened.
That was my next question.
Got nothing to do with what happened in New York.
Okay.
You know, I just feel like, you know, I feel like, you know, I like the I've heard a lot about the guys in the
Abdullah,
you know, the guys in Kuwait.
Yeah.
To be honest, actually, when I was going for my pro card, I remember when I was sort of doing a little protest, like, guys, get me to Kuwait. I was tagging them. I was getting all my followers back then to tag them and please sponsor the Boogieman. That back then I had no sponsor. I want them to bring me to Kuwait.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they've been watching me since. Actually, before I step on stage, Indy, Abdullah actually messaged me because I was following him, but it's funny that I didn't see his message. I didn't see his DM. Like, how the fuck did I miss that? You know, it was just wishing me luck. You look great, and just go out there and, you know, showcase your you know, just have fun and enjoy it. You know, I missed all that. And then when I was thinking, I'm like, And I started thinking about, you know, going to Kuwait, and because you get that, you know, hands-on, experience.
Yeah.
You know, they will make you do things that when it comes to working out, they will make you do the things that you can never do on your own. They will push you. And I feel like that's what I need. And I need a lot of mass, you know? And I feel like, I mean, when you're talking about mass, Kuwait is no brainer. You know, those guys, they know how to, you know, whatever they do there, it seems like it works. It's just not easy. Because I've seen a lot of people went out there and then they come back saying, oh man, this is crazy, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want to, you know, I want to experience that. And I think a lot of good stuff will happen with me going out there. Or if I, you know, when I do decide to go out there, especially working with Abdullah, I think, he knows.
Yeah, I mean, that's the man. I mean, he's worked with so many champions over the years, Rami, Rolly, on and on and on. But so they never got back to you a couple of years ago when you were trying to get out there, when your fans were tagging them and everything?
No, we never, no.
So now they are, but now they want you. Okay.
Yeah, now, you know, but Abdullah is actually, so, yeah, I mean, Abdullah told me, he goes, but Abdullah is super excited. And now they actually, you know, they're working on they're trying to, you know, they're working on my visa. Yeah. You know, so when the time comes, I'll be able to go out there for like maybe a month or two. Yeah. You know. Okay.
So is Abdullah going to be your coach? Is that decided, or you haven't decided on a coach?
Yeah, Abdullah is the coach, and I feel like even from the back, I think he truly understands what happened. You know, on my debut in New York. You know, I remember the first picture I sent to him, like, because I was after New York, I shut everything down. You know, just like, you know, got my blood work done and completely off everything. Just give my body a little bit of break. Right. You know, before the off season. And then 3 weeks after being off everything, you know, that's when I started talking to Abdullah, and I sent him pictures. You know, and it was like, and the first thing he said, he was like, "Yo, your metabolism is crazy." I'm like, And then from there, we just started talking, and he just literally just laid it all down for me. I'm like, yo, this is exactly what happened. Like, how do you know? You know, so
I forgot
those guys have a lot of knowledge.
I forgot to mention Brandon Curry. That's Brandon's coach too. I forget that. Yeah, because, you know, it's funny you say I need a lot more size, and I bet a lot of people watching this thing, Blessing needs more size. He's huge, but, you know, looking at to those of us who know what we're looking at on a pro stage, I see your structure, I see your frame, and I know what you can look like when you fill out. I know what's possible. I know what your potential is. I see it, and I think
100%.
I think if anybody could do it, I think the Camel crew could probably
100%. And even now, like, you know, when I look back on my, you know, on some of the pictures, I'm not looking at that New York, you know. And it's funny because those are the pictures that people are posting about me, you know, which is, you know, totally agree with it. No, you can post it all you want. You know, that's me. That's the way I look, that show, but it's not my best. It's all good. But every time I look back and I look at my shape at the Indy, and I like just looking at it, get me excited. because I was like, I envisioned this look in my head, and I can see it. I can see if I, bring out the legs, few things that I feel like I can adjust and fix. Once they're fixed, I think it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because it's the two things you cannot ever change. You're born with our shape, or your bone structure and your shape. That's it.
Yes.
And you have the clavicles, you have the little waist.
Yes.
You do have longer limbs. Your arms have filled out really well. Your legs still have a ways to go. But like I'm saying, I see what's possible for you. And you're still, what are you, 29? 28,
I'm
29?
I'm 29. Yeah.
Please. You're like barely out.
How can I get on hold of that? I need to get it down right now.
Oh, I know. I'm not telling
That's
you.
why I'm making that big move. I ain't got much time left in bodybuilding, because I don't want to. I want to retire before I enter my 40s. I want to be done.
Oh, well, that's,
and then, focus on something else.
10, 11 years away.
I think I still got 10 years, 10 good years, get out healthy, young, looking real good, and maybe move on to something else, try and get into the Hollywood maybe, or some shit like that.
Well, you get in I think you should be in Hollywood now personally, but what do I know? Yeah, I could see you in like a comedy, like a cop movie, but you'd be the funny guy that was all jacked. That'd be cool.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep working, trying to do everything I can. I've got a lot of projects lined up in Africa as well. I want to do big things in Nigeria. I want to bring fitness, bodybuilding out there as well. I want to, bring that, wellness over there. So there's a lot of things that, I've got in my head that, of course, will benefit of bodybuilding industry itself, and I'm excited, man. There's a lot of things I want to do, and it's just
So going back,
a lot of things I want to do that people, the champs right now, the people who are killing it right now, are not doing. There's a lot of things I feel like they can be doing that can be beneficial for the sports in general that they're not doing. All those things I want to do.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny, they were having a debate the other day on the Muscular Development No Bull forum. Someone started a thread. Why isn't William Bonac getting any love for the Arnold Olympia? And why are they all talking about like Nick Walker and Hunter? And someone said it's because they've mastered social media, and that's how you get people excited. That's how you get people interested. And the fans, they want to see you posting every day. They want content. They want to interact with you. And if you just hide away like the old days and train,
you can't.
Nobody's gonna, people aren't gonna talk about it.
This is social media era. This is. That's why I believe like bodybuilding can be so big, so much bigger. We just got to put a little bit more time in it. People can talk all the shit they want. They can hate me, whatever. But the rivalry, the narrative, I brought to New York. Leading to New York, Nick Walker. That shit had everybody talking. That shit had everybody glued to bodybuilding for 10 weeks straight. It's exciting, but it ain't nothing serious between me and Nick. That's just the name of the sport. And that doesn't mean we're not going to do it again or next year or whatever.
I think the showdown will happen eventually, but we all wanted it to happen in New York because it had been built up.
I know,
so much. You built it up, you guys, like a freaking UFC title match.
For real.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about entertainment and especially entertain the fans. They want that. They love it.
Yeah. So, third place at your pro debut, that is excellent. And normally that would be a victory for anybody under normal circumstances, because I've known I've known a lot of pros who go their whole careers and they never make top 5 at a pro show. They compete 20, 30 pro shows, never even top 5. So your pro debut, third place, normally would have been seen as a victory, but a lot of people, turned against you because they expected you to win.
Hey, that's good though. That's good. See, because when you aim for the moon, you're always gonna land somewhere around the. When you aim high, because the way I carry myself I carry myself as a champion, as the best to ever do it, and that's what they see. So when I do step on stage that I do not represent myself, they're gonna be mad at me, and I'm happy. I like that, because I'm mad at myself. I'm disappointed. Yeah. So next time I'll make sure I live to the expectation of the people, Because if I lower myself, I'm like, I'm gonna go there and probably place top 6. They're not gonna expect me to do any better,
right?
So it's like It's the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself. That's how the fans are gonna see you, and it's always a good thing to, you know, when you mess up, they let you know. And I own up to it. I messed up. You know, sorry guys, I'll come back bigger and better next time. This is how this is how we grow. We grow through, you know, obstacles and failing, falling and getting back up. That's how you make progress. That's how you win in life. So, you know, it's a journey.
Yeah, and I think this is going to sound stupid to a lot of people, but I think you doing badly in New York, you not doing as well as you had hoped, I think that's probably the best thing that could have happened to you, because if you had won one of those shows, let's say you had won Indy, then been gone to New York and maybe taken top 3 or something, you might have gotten a little content, a little satisfied with yourself. And then you'd be
100%.
qualified for the Olympia, and you'd go in the Olympia, and you probably wouldn't have done that well at your first Olympia, like most guys don't. It would have been like the whole year would have been, you wouldn't have improved. But now,
now it's
you're fired up.
It's a different hunger, bro. It's like when you fail in life, and then you're determined to get back up and go forward. Like, you know, you find this new fire, new passion in you that just makes you so much hungrier than ever. Right? And when you win, you know, when you win, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get another one. But when you lose and it slaps you in the face, you're like hell no, I'm going back for more, you know? So it's like, it's a different passion, different power.
Yeah. And I mean, I've talked to a lot of guys who've been over the years in similar situations where they did badly, and then they came back so much better and blew away their next show. And then, you know, everybody loves them again. But it's a very satisfying feeling to come back like that after so many people wrote you off and say, forget it. He was all hype. He sucks. He's never going to have any legs. And, you know, my God, you took a beating online after New York, especially.
Hell yeah.
But like I said, that sets you up for when you come back much bigger and better, a lot of people are going to have to eat their words saying, oh, I guess he doesn't suck after all, you know? Yeah,
definitely, for sure. You know, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to, you know, get to the very, very top, because I believe I've got what it takes. You know, it might take me a little bit of time, but I'm fucking ready to work and show the people, you know, what the boogeyman is. That I'm not just up top. I can back it up too.
Well, let's talk 1 second about the social media thing, because another thing a lot of people said was he's got to get off. So he spends too much time with the social media. He needs to just focus on training. They make it seem like you need to be training for like 12 hours a day or something. I mean, obviously, it takes up your time, but that's your job. You're a professional athlete. You're sponsored. You know, you're a content creator. That's a big part of your job, whether they realize it or not. You can't just disappear from social media.
Yeah, that's why some of these people, they won't understand it. You know, they just think like you just got to be bodybuilder. Yeah. In order to succeed in, you know, of course you got to be a great bodybuilder, but like your job, you know, especially like the times that we live in right now, social media is everything. Social media runs everything. It doesn't matter how great you are. If your online presence is not there, I'm sorry, bro. Even you can see in the sport, you can see, look at Conor McGregor. The amount of money this guy is making compared to Usman. You know, Usman, you know, can you compare Usman to Conor McGregor? No, because Conor McGregor has that personality. He has that, you know, he's on social media 24/7 because that's his job, you know? That is what, that's what makes him, the fans is what make Conor McGregor. You know, the excitement, you know, the entertainment that he brings to the sport. That's why he get paid so much more than the rest of the guys. Right. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, it's all about thinking outside the box. Yeah. I wish like the rest of these guys, you know, all these bodybuilders, all these, you know, all these champions, you know, they can take social media as serious as they take their training, because everything works hands in hands. Yeah. You know what I mean? And as well, when it comes down to sponsorship, right, they look at your social media, you know? That's
the first thing they look at now. The first thing.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter how many trophies you've won. It's, bro, like they want to sell their product. You got somebody to buy it, you got someone to sell it to. And you know, that's when it comes down to followings and how much followers you got. And with social media, we can blow a bodybuilding like in a whole, like to a whole nother level, you know? And what I feel like the guys are not doing, go ahead. You know, what I feel like the guys are not doing, like especially the promoters, I wish they can just like prioritize entertainment. you know, and make Olympia like a festival, you know, where you have like artists performing, because that alone will bring so much. We sell so much ticket. Of course, it costs money. You got to pay the performance, whatever.
Yeah.
But that they will sell so much ticket because it's not just about bodybuilding anymore. It's a whole lot of entertainment. You got all kinds of whatever. Just like they do in NFL, you know, like the Super Bowl. They have Beyonce performing, all this crazy stuff.
Maybe we could get Beyonce halftime at the Olympia.
I'm telling you, if they pair well enough.
We're in Orlando. Maybe we could get
Money speaks. It doesn't matter.
I'd like to see Pitbull and Jennifer Lopez perform at halftime at the Olympia. Let's see if we can get it.
Can you imagine that?
Dude.
Can you imagine the amount of crowd?
We'd lose our minds. We would lose our minds.
Bro, bodybuilding would be on a whole nother level.
Yeah. You know,
you don't even got to get somebody as that big as Beyonce.
No,
the thing is just, it comes down to money. And I don't feel they want to spend money.
We're not going to get Beyonce. That'd be like I don't think the entire budget of the IFBB could afford Beyonce or whatever the hell she's going to charge.
They can get some of them, broke rappers.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody
like Lil Jon. Yeah.
Would you say Elton John?
He do for the 10 grand, you know.
But it's funny how you say, you know, because social media does run everything now, but especially because bodybuilding as a sport, it doesn't pay that well. Even if you're Mr. Olympia, compared to other sports, it doesn't pay that well.
Oh yeah, can't compare.
You have to these days, if you want to make a good living at it, which it's a lot of work. You're putting your body through hell. You should get paid well for it. And social media is a huge part. The only way you can really get the sponsors, you can get following. You know, that's the only way now in 2021. As a pro bodybuilder, you can make a great living. You have to figure out how to work social media into it. So I find 100%. It very silly that these people say Blessing needs to get off the social media and just put the hoodie on and go into the dungeon, you know?
If I'm going into my pro debut, right? Because I understand well, like half of my followers, they just follow me for entertainment, all the funny videos that I, make back then and stuff like that. Right. And, my plan was like, I was having that discussion in my head, like how can I present bodybuilding to this group of people and still make it relatable to them and still entertain it, Yeah. So that's where the rivalry comes in. Everybody loves a little bit of rivalry. It doesn't matter what it is. People will tune in to see it. It doesn't matter whether it's boxing, it's fucking bodybuilding. When you have two people going at each other like this, like they have some beef going on, everybody want to see the end of it. That's true. Because the word, we are bored. We want to see competition.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's not UFC. Nobody's getting punched out.
I know it's not, but we can build it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyone that does not understand bodybuilding, right? And they see a poster of Nick versus Blessing, like two huge motherfuckers, like ready to. They start to wonder what's going on here. Is this boxing? Is this MMA? Yeah. Oh, it's bodybuilding.
Right.
I want to see that go down.
So, is it possible sometime next year we could see Blessing versus somebody else leading up to whatever show you do next year?
You're always going to be seeing Blessing versus somebody when I'm getting ready for the show. I don't care what people say. It's like you have to get over the what people think of you. It's all about what you think of you. People will always say shit whether you win or lose. Right. People will talk shit. If you look at Conor McGregor now breaking his foot after talking all that shit. And the guy is still out there talking shit. He don't care. He don't care because he pays.
You know what?
And that's why people love him.
Some people didn't like that whole Blessing versus Nick thing, but there was nothing. There was literally nothing going on in the sport at that time. There were no shows. We're all in quarantine. The Arnold was, as far as we know, we weren't even sure there was going to be an Arnold. It definitely wasn't going to be in the spring. So there was like a 3-month span where there was nothing. So at least we had something. At least we had this Blessing guy and Nick Walker. This is cool. Let's watch these two go at it. This is hilarious. It was fun, regardless of.
It is fun.
It didn't, unfortunately, we never got to see it, but.
You'll see it, though. It's coming.
We'll see it. We'll see.
Time's on my side, baby.
Yeah. But I'm excited because, Chad's an awesome coach, but I think Abdullah's also he's up there too. They've both created they've both coached a lot of champions.
Oh yeah.
But I think that Kuwait experience, I do believe that is exactly what you need, because
Yeah.
nobody can train as hard on their own as they can with a really good coach right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Nobody can. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah. It's impossible. It doesn't matter how hard you push yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when you have somebody that is willing to take you there, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I can't remember who was talking. I think it was Brandon. Like the first time, Brandon Curry, he was talking about the first few workouts with Abdullah. He said he had never pushed himself like that because he thought he was done with the set. Abdullah would say 2 more, and he'd do 2 more, and then Abdullah would go 2 more, and he would do this. He would somehow get 2 more, and then he'd go, give me another one, you know. And that was it. Takes you to a place there's no human being, because we all have that limiting thing in our mind that wants to stop. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. No matter 100%. How much pain you can take personally, there's a point where your brain just wants to say, stop, stop, stop. And if you have somebody there to take you past that again and again and again, and I know they have a lot of good food over there. They got the restaurant right there in Oxygen Gym. You'll be living across the street, you know. I mean,
there's no excuse other than make progress.
There's nothing to do over there except eat, sleep, and train.
Eat, sleep, and train.
Yeah, it's like boot camp.
And I feel like people again, you know, people would be excited again to see, okay, the next Boogieman, you know, because I'm like, oh, Kuwait, oh shit, something's about to happen here, you know. So people will always be excited to see me on stage.
Yeah, because we've seen what they've done for people like Brandon. Brandon was never going to be at the level he's at now. I honestly feel he never would have been Mr. Olympia if he hadn't gone to Kuwait and made those improvements. Because he put progress he made was insane. 25 pounds of muscle he was never going to have in his life, I don't think, ever. You know, he just never would have pushed himself like that.
Once we start getting down to work and I'm able to make out in progress, it's over, man.
Yeah, my prediction is off season. I don't know when you don't even know when you're going, right?
You know, so right now when I'm still on a break, you know, just taking care of my health and make sure, you know, I'm all healthy and good. Yeah. But my off season probably will start sometimes next month. Okay. So I might, you know, I'll see maybe next month I might try to get out there, you know, depending on traveling situation with COVID and stuff and visa. So hopefully by the end of next month, I'll try to see if I can get out there.
Okay, here's my prediction. You go out there, let's say you're going to be out there for 3 months. How long do you think you'll stay? Does it matter? You could say there as long as you want.
Probably 2 months.
Okay.
2 months. Come here, go back.
I predict your off-season weight will go up to 310, 312.
Oh shit.
Somewhere on there. That's my prediction.
Oh, my little bones? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. And I predict the next time we see you on stage, I bet you're going to be about 270, 275.
Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to be able to compete around that weight.
Yeah, that's where you need to be. Yeah. That's where you need to be, you know, that's
to be competitive. Yes.
You have the potential to hang with any of these guys if you bring that look that I know you can bring. Yes. Get those fucking legs bigger, dude. Please.
Oh yeah. That's like, you know, to Abdullah, I'm like, yo, my legs you gotta torture my legs, bro. It go, bro, I will make you cry.
Yeah, because the main reason is your shoulders are out to here, your upper back, you have so much width up top, and you have a little tiny waist. The only way that physique is going to look right is if those quads go.
Yeah, the alto sweep.
Yeah.
That's the goal, man. And you know, even when I posted out a picture of myself or a video a while back and asked people like, what do you guys think I should bring up? Yeah. You know, I know all the comments are gonna be like legs. Yeah. You know, and I reply back to every comment like text. You know, that's gonna be my next focus, just bring that mass on my legs and bring that density. You know, because I know when I do, it's gonna look freaky on stage.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know? I mean, every Blessing fan out there should be excited right now because this is.
Oh yeah, everybody, even the haters, they're excited too.
Especially the haters. Yeah. And I love the fact that you love your haters. You never argue with them and insult them. You're like, thank you.
If anything, when I do reply, I actually do agree with them. You know, I just agree. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I'll work on it. Yeah. You know, you can. You know, you gotta, because everything works together. Because trust me, they're part of your followers. They're following you. Because they comment even though they comment 8, but they're still following you, you know. So you have thousands of followers that are just pure hater, you know, but they make up the numbers together. The haters and the supporters, they make up the numbers.
Absolutely. They're checking your Instagram every day. They're
And
looking
they
at
all
your
pay.
stories. They're like, what's
And they all
Blessing?
pay,
What's
so-
that? I hate that guy, but what's he up to today?
So you got to appreciate every single one of them, you know.
Yeah.
That makes the sport great. You can't have everybody loving you. That's not possible. It's like you can't. If you have everybody loving you, that means there's something's not right.
Yeah, you're just like a kiss ass. I mean,
If you're
everybody
living
loves
to
you.
please everybody and everybody's loving you, nah, you ain't
No.
need that. That's not the right way.
That's no life. That's no life.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Well, that has been a great update, Blessing. This is all good news.
Thanks.
I'm excited about
Always
the new
good
coach.
news.
Man, this is yeah. So you know, clean out, get your health right, and then
Yes.
I can't wait to see you start growing again very soon, because I think
Hell yeah.
you got a lot of growing.
And I'm encouraging every single one of you guys out there, you know, making sure you do your blood work, you're staying healthy, because it's all about longevity, you know. It's all about, you know, being healthy, staying healthy, because this is the life that we live. This is the life that we preach, especially on social media all day, every day. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself and just staying healthy, man, and living your best life.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Always good
All
talking
right.
to you, Blessing. You're always
All
a
right,
good
Ron,
dude to
thank you
talk
so
to.
much, man.
Cool. Well, everybody, thanks for watching Ronline Report with Redcon One athlete and IFBB Pro League Pro, the Boogieman, Blessing Awodibu.
Boogieman.
We'll see you next time.
Signing out. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Peace.